G'day guys and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we'll be going through my round 11 tips and predictions for the AFL, and it's going to be a good video, so like and subscribe to the channel, like the video so it will help everyone here and give you guys better content, so subscribe to the channel and like it, and let's get straight into it. Now, a really good clash to kick off the Thursday night footy at 7:30 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. Sydney Swans taking on the Western Bulldogs. It's going to be a great game of footy, I'll tell you that. Both teams coming off a win from last round. Bulldogs coming off a great 27-point win against the GWS Giants. What a game that was against one of their hot rivals. And then the Sydney Swans getting a big dub against the Carlton Blues by above like 40 points. So it's going to be a good game. Both teams will... there'll be lots of lead changes in this game, I think. But I think the Sydney Swans, they probably have the upper hand and will get it done by 3. Now, the great games still keep coming. Another great clash, which everyone must be excited to see. The Fremantle Dockers taking on the Collingwood Magpies. It's got to be a cracker of a game. Collingwood coming off a good win against the Crows, and also the Fremantle Dockers coming off a good win against the St Kilda Saints. So both teams coming off wins. Of course, Fremantle won by 17 points and Collingwood won by 4. But I think it's at Optus Stadium. So it's going to be a great night of Friday night footy. I think it's actually going to be a big upset. Free to get it done by 23 points. Now the Roos taking on the Port Adelaide Power at Blundstone Arena. North Melbourne, of course, coming off a big loss against the Bombers, 50-point deficit, I think. And then the Power, they could pull off upset here. They can just probably powerhouse North with how bad they've been playing lately. Of course, haven't got a win yet, North Melbourne, and also still hunting for that big win, which is really hard. But I think you guys can tell that North Melbourne are not having a great year so far. So I'm going to think Port Adelaide to get this done by 67. Now we're talking a good game on our hands here. It's going to be a good game. Carlton coming off a big loss against the Sydney Swans, and then the Gold Coast Suns winning by 63 points against the Cats, which is just unreal the way the Cats' form has been. But Cats have slowly been dropping, but Suns getting win in TIO looks pretty good. And now, can they get a win again on the road in Marvel Stadium against a home team, the Carlton Blues? I mean, it's going to be a cracking game of footy. Both teams battling it out on a great day of footy under the roof of Marvel, but I think the Blues get done by 19. Now the GWS Giants taking on the Geelong Cats on the Saturday 4:35 p.m. at GMBTA Stadium. What a cracking game this should be. Giants, they could potentially have a crack at this, but coming off 2 losses, they've looked pretty weak in a row. And then also the Cats also having a bit of a downfall, 3 losses in a row. It's just who can keep going with those losses. And I think this would test the Cats after a big loss at MBGA Stadium. This will test them. This is a tester, but I think the Cats will get it done by 33 and leave the GWS in devastation. I hope. It's going to be a hard game for them. So now we got the Richmond Tigers taking on the Essendon Bombers on the Saturday 7:40 p.m. at the MCG. The Dreamtime clash at the G, of course. The Richmond Tigers coming off a 119-point deficit loss, and the Bombers coming off a good win against North Melbourne. So concerning signs for the Richmond Football Club where they are at and stuff, because they've lost lots of experience with injuries as well coming into this game. So it's going to be very tough at the MCG to compete with the Bombers, informed Bombers side who are second in the ladder. So it's going to be really hard to compete with them. So I think it's going to be a close game. But I think it's going to be I think actually it would be a smashing, and the Bombers get it done by 43. So now the Hawks taking on the Lions on the Sunday, 1:10 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. Been a very disappointing loss for Hawthorn coming off of that. I mean, as a Hawthorn fan, I feel ashamed after that loss. I mean, our defence let them slide 2 goals in the 40 seconds, which I couldn't believe as a Hawthorn fan. I was just like, I was sad. I don't know how to explain this. I don't even want to talk about it. And then the Brisbane Lions, good chance of Marvel, but I feel like Hawthorn can come back after that big loss against them. Alright, I think Hawks get it back by 3. Now the Melbourne Demons taking on the St Kilda Saints on the Sunday, 3:20 p.m. at the MCG. Melbourne coming off a shocking loss against the West Coast Eagles by 35 points, and then the Saints, they can really just do something here and just really pull off a big upset, which I think that could happen here. And St Kilda, after the form the Demons left behind after losing against West Coast, they got cooked by Harley Reid. I mean, I would not be taking that as a Melbourne fan. They got cooked by Harley Reid, absolutely cooked. They got meat slapped by Harley Reid. It was just too good. The West Coast Eagles and Harley Reid absolutely carried. And I think the Saints get it done by 12. Now the Adelaide Crows taking on the West Coast Eagles on the Sunday, 4:40 p.m. at the Adelaide Oval. West Coast coming off a good win against the Melbourne Demons by 5 points, yeah. And Adelaide, they can do something against this West Coast Eagles side at home. Can West Coast pull off 2 wins in a row? I think they can. They are capable of it. And I'm going to tip the Crows to get this one done by a good 57 points. Now, like and subscribe to the channel because you won't be missing out on some banger content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out any video that is coming out straight away to you guys. And if you see that video, just click on it and watch it too, because it could be a good video. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And bye.